Well, good day, my friends. So good again to connect midweek, and I love this connection point. Years ago, when I was working in my father's business, there was an older gentleman that would walk in at the beginning of the day, and we'd say, "How you doing, Lloyd?" And he would look at us, and he would say, "Well, the sun's shining, the birds are singing, the fish are swimming. It's great to be alive." And to you, my friends, just saying, it's great to be alive and welcome. I want to do an announcement first, and then I want to just share some thoughts from my heart as we connect this week. So this coming Sunday for our church here at Port BIC, we are regathering, or take two, or whatever you want to call it. Sunday, March 14th, 10:30 a.m. A reminder, our clocks turn ahead, so we lose an hour of sleep. But please call and reserve. We have over 30 people now who have signed up and said, "We're coming to church, and we look forward to seeing you." Read the update on the protocol. We gave some new thoughts. If you're ready, we look forward to being together. And if you're not ready, it's okay. Stay at home. Connect through online services, and so just be aware of that. Now, some have said, what about midweek programming? We're not going to look at that until after Easter. We really aren't sure of what is going on with our medical field and government, and I'm looking forward to getting back to routine, but I'm not sure how long it's going to be. So just be aware of that. We're going to take it 1 week at a time. We'll see where it goes. Okay, that's the announcement. So this week, I was checking with one of my friends, and you ask the question, how are you doing? And you know, there's times where you don't expect anyone to say anything, but I asked the question of my friend, ready to mark the 1 year of this pandemic and the accompanying shutdowns, fear, confusion, madness, challenges, arguments, headaches, life moments, stolen, pain, exhaustion, and yet we have hope. And when I talked to my friend, I said, "How are you doing?" He said, "I'm not sure how to answer that. I don't do regular activities. It's good to be able to walk. Those who he works with or for, sometimes they're just horrific. Tough working at home. Finally, in the region that they could go to, had Christmas dinner with family." But then he said, "But we are so blessed." The comment was like a black cloud over everything, but much to be thankful for. And it kind of brings life into perspective, doesn't it? In our clergy, BIC cluster groups, a question is asked in some work that we're going to do in the next couple of months. Think about 3 people who have had things more difficult than you have. Wow. Brings things into perspective. Krista Hesslink, who works with a group, and she is a part of that called Soul Play, soulplay.ca, if you want to check it out on the internet. And she asked the question 1 year into this pandemic. A couple of questions. Describe my pandemic year in 5 words. Isn't that interesting? How would you describe this pandemic year? Confusing, shocking, challenging, growth? You put the words in. Another question she asked, the biggest surprise of this pandemic year. Or, if I could do the year over again, I would, you fill in the blank. Or the biggest lesson I learned is, you fill in the blank. 1 year from now, 2022, I hope, you fill in the blank. The first thing I'd like to do once my community and I are vaccinated is, some will say, I want to go on a holiday. I want to go down to someplace warm. I want to see my grandkids. I want to get back to church regularly. You fill in the blank. Good questions. As we come up to the 1-year date tomorrow, a national recognition will be there. But today I say, thank you to those who daily put themselves on the line. Their health, their personal well-being, their families, and marriages on hold. To care for those in the hospital, to take care of those in the nursing homes, to take care of those in the community. Thank you. And you know who you are. Thank you to those who a battle for health workers where it just doesn't seem to end, and on the horizon the possibility of a third wave. Thank you for hanging in there. For those that are struggling for businesses, wondering if they can survive even another month. For the families that are just frayed and disillusioned, and it's a challenging time. For the students who have been trapped in the vortex of Zoom, and they've lost hope. The people who have had vital surgeries or doctor's appointments postponed or rescheduled or even canceled, and they know they really need them. I don't know what it's like for so many that are hurting, disillusioned, or struggled. My perspective is that we need less judging and criticism, and we need more prayer and compassion. Once again, I return to a book that I love. Leslie Brandt, who wrote a book called Psalms Now. It's contemporary words of our ancient writings. And I go to Psalm 126 today, and I conclude by a few words that were written, and I think they apply to us. So listen to these words. Leslie Brandt writes, "Let us begin this day by rejoicing. Let us acknowledge our Lord's love and concern and allow our bodies to break forth into happy hilarity. Let us give our nerves and muscles the healthy exercise of laughter. The Lord has done such wonderful things for us. Let us be glad. The day before us is uncertain. We know not what we will encounter on our way. While we rejoice with those who rejoice, we shall also weep with those who suffer. While we may be surprised by ecstasy, we may also pass through corridors of darkness. Wherever we go forth as sons and servants of the living God. And we go forth to touch the lives of men and women with his healing love. Let us begin this day with rejoicing and return to our homes with gladness." My friends, we're going to face struggles. We don't know what is on the horizon, but we know who is our God. Continue to work on your faith. Continue to have hope. We can make it through. Stay strong. Reflect and grieve the losses that you've lost, but hold on to the hope that the Lord gives us. God bless you. Thanks for joining me. So good to be together. Have a good week ahead. Take care.